Are you a big fan of romance? Then you must have enjoyed the steamy, record-breaking show Bridgerton. Quickly after its release, the Regency set series was quick to capture Netflix's audience attention with a gorgeous, diverse cast, classical rendition of modern songs, and of course, steamy hot romance. With the actors posing as sophisticated people of England, it is hard to imagine crazy shenanigans on sets. But like every other show, the stars of this show had their own crazy moments. Here are our top 7. First up, the backward horse ride. That is not at all what you were thinking. In an effort to give the period piece a more natural look, all the characters entered a boot camp, which in its own rigorous manner taught the actors to speak, walk, and even eat in a sophisticated manner. If you thought this was the etiquette professor from the infamous Princess Diaries, you cannot be more wrong. A 6-week boot camp was established to ensure that the actors could settle well with their character and the animals. Yes, that's right. The training process included boxing, intimacy coaching, dancing, and even horseback riding. It is tough, but it wouldn't be the Regency period without actors knowing how to be all prim and proper, now would it? If the boot camp seems crazy, wait till you hear this news. Out of all the actors, Anthony Bridgerton was voted the worst horse rider. Well, who would have thought the oh-so-charming Viscount Bridgerton was the worst horseman out of all Bridgertons? One scene where Anthony and Daphne Bridgerton had to talk to each other while on horseback. The minute the cameraman shouted, "Action!" the horses started moving backwards, leaving the cast and crew laughing with tears. Maybe the horses wanted to have some fun of their own. Up next, the actors on set behaves like children in a classroom. A video released by a cast member revealed Philippa Featherington munching on crisp while the entire set quietly listens to the director. Remember the time when your teacher asked you not to have food during class, but you and your friends munched away quietly, hoping the teacher would never notice, but your munching would echo in the entire classroom? Yep, this is exactly what it looked like. On multiple occasions, the cast of Bridgerton, especially our favorite sibling duo, Benedict and Colin, have been known to be mischievous on set. Colin would often go to Benedict's trailer and knock just like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory would to annoy him. Benedict on the inside would hear the knocks, but there was one problem. His voice would not travel outside the trailer. So every time Colin would knock, he would meet a frustrated Benedict. Ha! Classic Colin. By the way, who do you love more? The duo of Eloise and Benedict, or Benedict and Colin? Let us know in the comments below. Next, the Bridgerton boys, or should we say men, have formed their own choir group. On set, the Bridgerton men would often break down into songs spontaneously when waiting on shoots. In a video released from the set, the 3 Bridgerton boys, we mean men, wowed us with their own a cappella rendition of the famous Elvis Presley song that goes, "Wise men say only fools rush in." We promise this is not how they sang. Anyways, how lucky are we to have witnessed our favorite and dashing Bridgerton boys giving an a cappella concert? Should we look forward to an entire album? Sheesh, we're just joking, or are we? Next, bums out. Romance and hot, steamy moments was a big part of the series, especially with such attractive leads. To make sure these moments looked super hot, the crew worked especially hard with an intimacy coach. That's right, the responsibility of the coach was to make sure the actors felt comfortable during the steamy scenes and that it looked as attractive as possible. Speaking of attractive, do you remember the first scene when we were introduced to the one and only Viscount Bridgerton? This picture might help you remember it. Jonathan Bailey, who plays Anthony Bridgerton, shared a picture on social media showing a makeup artist applying products to his bottoms while he casually sips on coffee. Are we more surprised at how comfortable he is with his bottoms out? He should be. Or the fact that the makeup artist has a completely neutral expression. How can you have that when you're fluffing a man's butt? Oh, we forgot. That's a professional. In an interview, the cheeky Bailey commented how the de-shining of his bottom helped break the ice with the rest of the crew. We are sure it did, Jonathan. And now, the Bridgerton ghost. Speaking of cheeky scenes, when Daphne and Simon were filming their honeymoon scenes inside the castle, those scenes, as we know it, didn't require a lot of clothes, so they threw on their robes and flip-flops as they went about to do their business. At one point, Daphne excused herself to go to the toilet and came out with her wig and hair down. Yikes. That must not have been a wonderful sight since Phoebe, Daphne, mentioned her looking like the girl from The Ring. Oh, you know that story with the creepy girl with long hair wearing white comes out of the film and attacks you? Now imagine you were on a tour with your family visiting a nice, beautiful castle when suddenly a creepy girl with long, messy hair comes out of the bathroom. bathroom. Scary, right? Well, that is exactly what happened with the poor family visiting the castle. Hopefully, they came across the infamous show and realized what was actually going on there. Up next, the Pall Mall scene was not scripted. That's right, your favorite scene from Bridgerton Season 2 was improvised. There is no doubt that the Bridgerton family's favorite country pastime is the iconic game Pall Mall. How do you play it? Well, Eloise wasn't so sure of that either. Being the most famous sequence from the series, the game became a quick fan favorite as it brought on competition, banter, family dynamics, all the while capturing the beautiful countryside. Who wouldn't love a scene like that? It gets better though. Showrunner Chris Van Dusen explained that there was a point when we just set the cameras up and we let our actors play. The fact that most of the scene was candid just makes it so much better. Even the actors called it their most favorite scene to shoot. The show brought out so much of the competitive nature. We believe it was essential not just for the development of our characters, but for the protagonist of the season as well, Kate and Anthony. We wonder if the oh-so-romantic mud scene was candid. If it was, I think that would make this so much better. Now, how did the cast look so on point all the time? Well, the answer to that question is Netflix budget for the costumes. Looking at the costumes of everyone from the Featheringtons to the Bridgertons confirms that the stylist did her job splendidly. It seems like the costume process was thorough and elaborate, ensuring that the costumes match each and everyone's personality. Like the Featheringtons, for example, they were always so over-dazzled and sparkly, which made them stand out from the rest of the town, just how the author intended. Penelope Featherington mentioned that every dress was couture. That's right, with this fancy show, we are going fancy as well. From the gloves to the jewelry to the dress, every color and fabric was thoughtfully picked out and designed to hug your body. Quite literally. Crazy exciting, right? We just thought things were going to stop there, but even the shoes were made for you. We bet the women of the town actually did feel like queens, but with beauty comes pain. Penelope mentioned that the dress rehearsals would take hours, taking accurate measurements of every inch of your body. Speaking of the queen, each and every wig was carefully fabricated with real hair and feathers that too by hand to ensure it reflected the queen's outspoken and witty personality. There was a time when one wig heated up her scalp too much, it felt like it was burning. Yikes. Can you imagine the amount of money, effort, and time that went into styling the dresses? But the show can't really go on without the actors looking on point, can it? Now we've finally reached the most anticipated question of all time. Is Bridgerton coming back with a season 3? Yes! Our favorite Regency drama has just been renewed, not just for season 3, but season 4 as well. You heard us right. Following the record-breaking results of season 1, Netflix was quick to release an official letter all the way down from our favorite gossip monger, Lady Whistledown. It read, "Esteemed members of the Ton, it seems we have a rather special announcement. Bridgerton shall return for seasons 3 and 4. This author shall have to pen more ink. Fans are expecting this season to be full of surprises, as it very likely will navigate the relationship between Colin and Penelope. Will Penelope finally be accepted as a Bridgerton, both by Eloise and the family?